Today I would like to talk to you about the law of communication. It's a teamwork law. The law of communication basically says interaction fuels action. I want you to read carefully with me. Stay with me, write in your notes. The two words, information and communication, are often used interchangeably, but they signify quite different things. Information is giving out. Communication is getting through. And there's a world of difference between those two. The law of communication that basically says interaction fuels action is not just sending memos to your office. It's not just informing people of what's happening. It's more than just giving out. It's getting through. Isn't this true? You can answer this question. You know it's because you know it to be a fact. Aren't there times when you hear somebody communicate, and even though they're talking to you, they're not getting through? Uh-huh. I mean, haven't you just listened to somebody speak sometimes, and I mean, your mind just goes grazing. I mean, I see this happen all the time. I see where people in leadership positions are trying to communicate to their staff or to their team. And I'm in the room and I'm watching this, and because communication is something I work hard at and really try to learn to do hopefully as well as I possibly can, because I understand communication and study communicators and understand the dynamics and the artwork of communication. There are a lot of times when I see leaders communicating with people, and I want to, they're talking, I want to stop them and say, excuse me. Nobody's home. Now this is going to really show my age. You won't remember. Do any of you remember the Gong Show? Oh, you do. You make me feel so good. You old people, you. Okay. What I love about the Gong, the Gong Show, somebody's talking and somebody got tired of somebody talking, they got up and, gonged them. I mean, it was over. When you hear the gong, it's over. And I've often said every office, every business, every company, every department, every organization, they need a gong. Huh? Are you with me here? And the leaders talking, the bosses talking, so the team captains talking, the department superintendent, whoever talking. But I mean, nobody's home. And wouldn't it be great if one of the team members could get up and just go over and go, gong. Yeah, have a hook them. Let me do it, sir, if you don't mind. It's amazing. In other words, what they're giving out, they're informing, but no, they're not communicating. Now, here's what I have found. I have found that good leaders have the ability to communicate effectively to their team. So what I've tried to do in this lesson is give every person, whether you're the leader on the team or one of the team members, because communication has to constantly be going on all the time. In fact, I believe that even, quote, during the game, the teams that play best together are the ones who communicate together. But I'm going to give you some principles of how to, quote, get through to your team. Number one, follow the puzzle principle. And the puzzle principle is very simple. Less time for less pieces. In other words, if you've only got 3 pieces, you only got 3 thoughts, you only got 3 ideas, don't take an hour. Understand? Reduce it down. Your goal is not longevity. Okay. Your goal is to communicate effectively. And the quicker you can say something, the better off it's going to be communicated. Number 2, repeat the message. No matter what you have said to your team, say it again. You say, well, no, I just said that. That's good. Say it again. In fact, anybody that studies communication says that in a 15-minute lecture, if you really want a point to be understood, you have to repeat it 8 times. So what am I saying about communication? Well, what I'm saying is repeat it 8 times. 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 See how that works? You're going to go home. You're going to go home today and they'll say, "What did the guy teach you about teamwork?" Repeat it 8 times. So you got this. It's like the old preacher who said, when I get out to preach, he says, "I tell him what I'm going to tell him. Then I tell him. Then I tell him what I told him." Okay? Good communicators repeat it. Repeat the message. Number 3, heed the 2x4 rule. And the 2x4 rule is the first 2 minutes determine the success of the next 4. In fact, if you're not good in the front 2, don't do the back 4. That's why many times when somebody's saying something not really communicated and they start off, they've been there for 2 minutes, I want to stand up and say, "It's over." Now they say, "Well, no, it's not over. I'm not done yet." Well, you may not be done yet, but it's over. It's like a guy came up to me the other day and said, "How long should I speak?" I said, "How good are you?" We don't give an equal amount of times for everybody. For some people, 5 minutes is a stretch. For some people, 5 minutes is 4.5 too long. Number 4, avoid the hammock speech. Strong on the ends, soft on the middle. You say, "What do I do with the hammock then?" Eliminate the middle. If you're strong on the ends, go from one end to the other end. Number 5, ask the writer's question. The writer's question is very simple. Everybody that ever has written a book or anything, the question you always ask as a writer is, will the reader turn the page? Man, when I'm writing, I'm asking, what's going to keep the reader from just closing the book up right now? Will the reader? What I'm talking about there is you want to be creative. You want to stir the curiosity. Don't major in boredom. When you get to heaven, God's not going to say, "Well done, thou good and boring servant. You've bored a few on earth, come here and bore more." Number 6. Place a 10 on your teammates' heads. And here's why. You will communicate to people based on your belief in people. That's a fact. If I honestly think that I'm talking to you, and if I honestly feel that you're a 2, I'll communicate to you like you're a 2. I'll talk down. I'll probably be condescending. I will not be at all inviting. I will probably short-circuit the whole deal. So, how do you avoid that? When you talk to people, see them not as they are, see them as they can become. Communicate to people not based upon present production. Communicate to people based on future potential. See them as they could be. Put a 10 on their heads. Number 7, live the message. Because people do what people say. Here, hey, don't try to export what you don't have. Nothing is worse than any leader getting up in front of the team that they're trying to lead and trying to pass on values to the team that they don't have. Or to pass on priorities to the team that they don't keep. Don't go there. If you don't live it, don't teach it. Number 8, keep it simple. Please keep it simple. Remember, my name is John. I'm your friend. Keep it simple. I read this the other day. This is so typical of too many people. I fully realize that I have not succeeded in answering all of your questions. Indeed, I feel that I have not answered any of them completely. The answers I have found only serve to raise a whole new set of questions, which only lead to more problems, some of which we weren't even aware were problems. To sum it up, in some ways I feel we are as confused as ever, but I believe that we are confused on a higher level. Haven't you been there before? I mean, haven't you? I listen to some people and I look around the room and I'm saying, am I the only stupid man in the room? I was talking to another guy just the other day in the business community, and he was talking to me. There were about 3 or 4 others in the room, and he lost me. I couldn't hang with him. I didn't have the mental strength to hang with him. And finally, I just stopped him. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, these other guys are smarter than me, and I don't understand what you're saying. And one of the guys right beside me, I didn't even know him, looked at me and said, thanks. This is one of my favorite. You talk about keeping it simple, communication pieces. I just love this one. This is on a college campus. President to academic vice president. Just listen to this. Okay. Next Thursday, Halley's Comet will appear over this area. This is an event that occurs only once every 75 years. Call the division heads and have them assemble their professors and students on the athletic field and explain this phenomenon to them. If it rains, then cancel the observation and have the classes meet in the gym to see a film about the comet. Academic vice president to division chairman. By order of the president, next Thursday, Halley's Comet will appear over the athletic field. If it rains, then cancel classes and report to the gym with your professors and students, where you will be shown films, a phenomenal event which occurs once every 75 years. Division chairman to the professors. By the order of the phenomenal president, next Thursday, Halley's Comet will appear in the gym. In case of rain over the athletic field, the president will give another order, something which occurs every 75 years. Professor to students. Next Thursday, the president will appear in our gym with Halley's Comet, something which occurs every 75 years. If it rains, the president will cancel the comet and order us all out onto our phenomenal athletic field. Student writing home to parents. When it rains next Thursday over the school athletic field, the phenomenal 75-year-old president will cancel all classes and appear before the whole school in the gym accompanied by Bill Haley and the Comets. I've often said to people that communicate and teach and lead, I've often said that if they ever get bold, what they ought to do when they're finished communicating is before they let anybody home, ask somebody just to stand up and in a 1-minute synopsis, tell them what they just told everybody. It would probably be the most discouraging thing that would ever happen. One more communication thought, and that is create a communication environment. And when I mean in a communication environment, I'm talking now about an open door policy where you walk slowly through the hallways. I've always tried to be open, free, available, ready, hang around, just listening, easily entreated. People can come and talk. Okay. Law of communication question, the test you can take on your own. But it's a great test for you and and the team leader as far as communication is concerned. The law of communication question, how would my team members answer the above questions about me? Take it and score yourself.